Hi, we're standing in the old city of David on the south side of Jerusalem. Right behind me is the southern wall of the Temple Mount. You can't see it from here, but they've uncovered the original steps going back to the days of Jesus, to the days of Herod's temple, the steps that every pilgrim, every commoner, every ordinary man like Christ was, would have walked up to go through the gates of Holda to the temple area. Those are the steps. Now, while we were sitting there, we were talking and teaching, and the Muslim call for prayer went out. And of course, the very first thought is, why in the heart of Jerusalem, at the Temple Mount, why the Muslim call for prayer? Why is there an Al-Aqsa Mosque? Why the Dome of the Rock? In Luke chapter 21 and in verse 24, Jesus talking about the destruction of Jerusalem that was to come. It was so crystal clear about the historical aspects of it. But he says these words, I just want to bring these to your mind. And they shall fall by the sword. He's talking about the people of Jerusalem. And they shall be led captive into all nations, and Jerusalem shall be, listen, trodden down of the Gentiles until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled. Jerusalem would be pushed down, trodden down by the Gentiles until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled. He said the people will be led captive, they will be slaughtered, and they were. And until 1948, all of this was Gentile. And then the state of Israel was declared. Jerusalem became a split city with the Jewish people in the west and Jordan in the east. But in 1967, they came through the walls and they took back the old city of Jerusalem from Jordan. But when they did, Moshe Dayan, and talking to one of the rabbis, said, let's not take the Temple Mount. Good idea or bad? The Jewish people are still divided, but he said, let's not take it. Let's let them have Al-Aqsa Mosque. We'll let the Muslims have the Dome of the Rock, and we will try to live together. Now some would say, well, obviously that didn't work. Why don't they take it now? Well, I can tell you why they don't take it. Because Jesus said that this would be trodden underfoot of the Gentiles until the time of the Gentiles is fulfilled. It's not been taken back because you and I are still living in the time of the Gentiles. We're in that gap of time between Messiah being cut off and the city being destroyed in 70 AD and the day when a new temple is built and the beginning of the 7 years of tribulation occurred. We're in that middle section, the time of the Gentiles. Why haven't they taken it? Because it's not time. So many times in our life, we try to get ahead of what God is doing. I know I want things done my way on my time frame, but hear me. God doesn't work on your time frame, and He doesn't work on my time frame. God accomplishes what He wants to accomplish in His day, in His time. I can look back and see Him connecting the dots. I can never look forward and figure out what He's really going to do. Whatever's going on in your life, relax, breathe deep, let God accomplish His purpose. Don't try to fix everything. Let God work it out. It may be there's just not time for God to move you, to change that circumstance. He's not through building into your life whatever truth He wants to build in. Wait, rest, let God do it. You want to see us here? You want to hang out with us on the southern step that Jesus would have walked up? October 2017. Come go with us.